My name is Emily Carter. I work for Child Protective Services in Harris County, Texas. I've been in the system for 8 years. I've seen neglect, abuse, homes where children learn early that crying doesn't help. So when a file landed on my desk labeled "No Missing Persons Reports," repeated school absences, I didn't expect anything unusual. The neighborhood was called North Ridge Estates, a quiet suburban development. 2-story houses, white fences, perfect lawns. The problem was simple. Over the last 6 months, 17 children had stopped going to school, and not a single missing person report had been filed. The first house looked perfect. An American flag on the porch, fresh paint, a trimmed hedge. A woman named Sarah Miller opened the door before I introduced myself. She smiled and said, "He's home." That was the first strange thing. According to school records, her son Jacob hadn't been seen in weeks. "May I speak with him?" I asked. She hesitated, just for a moment. "Of course," she said. "He's resting." Jacob's bedroom looked untouched. Backpack by the wall, shoes under the bed, a game console paused on the screen. But the bed was too low. The mattress was lying directly on the floor. "Jacob sleeps better this way," Sarah said. "It makes him feel safe." I knelt down, and that's when I saw it. A deep impression in the hardwood floor. Not a crack, not damage. A depression, as if the floor had been slowly pressed downward over time. "Jacob?" I called out. No answer. Sarah watched me carefully, waiting, as if there was something specific I was supposed to say. I wrote my notes and left the house. The second home was the same. So was the third and the fourth. Different families, different streets, the same details. Children's rooms, personal belongings. And no children. Every parent said the same thing. They're home. He's resting. She doesn't feel like school. No panic. No anger. No fear. And one detail stood out. They never looked down. Not at the floor. Not even once. That's when I knew this wasn't neglect, that something else was happening. I went to the county archives. The next morning, North Ridge Estates had been built over an old clay quarry, closed in the late 80s. One report stood out: ground instability, multiple sinkholes, temporary evacuation recommended. The neighborhood was built anyway. That night, I barely slept. I kept imagining a faint vibration beneath my bed. The next day, I returned to the Miller's house, unannounced. The front door was unlocked. Inside, the house was dark, and there was a smell. Not rot, not mold. Warm, damp earth. In Jacob's room, the mattress had been moved aside. Beneath it was not a dent. It was a hole, smooth around the edges, as if the ground had opened. Willingly, I leaned forward, and I saw it. The floor dropped into a vast space below. The soil looked wrong. soft, uneven, gently pulsing, and everywhere there were impressions, dozens, hundreds.
This was
The
placed,
shapes of small
not
bodies.
dropped.
There were no bodies, no blood, only traces. Children's sneakers, half swallowed by the soil. A backpack, its straps disappearing like roots. A stuffed toy caught between two impressions, still warm. And the ground was moving, rising, falling, like breathing. They weren't screaming, they were alive. The floor trembled beneath me. Then I heard a voice. Not above, not below. Everywhere. They're not missing, it said. They're home. The impressions deepened. Parents agree. It's warm here. It's safe. No one leaves. I understood then. This wasn't a creature. It was a system. Something beneath the ground. Something that grows. The children weren't taken, they were left. I don't remember how I escaped. My report was dismissed as stress-induced hallucination. Northridge Estates was closed 3 years later, officially, due to geological instability. The houses were demolished. The land was sealed. They said it was over. They were wrong. Sometimes, when I pass a playground, I watch children run. And if one of them suddenly stops, looks down at the ground, and smiles, I know they've already been shown where they belong. And when one day children stop going missing again, I'll understand it has found a new place to build its home.